Hey YouTube, just hanging out at the water garden that doesn't have a waterfall. Planning on getting a pump next weekend. So that's going to be a 5,100 gallon an hour pump to give me a serious waterfall. We'll see how it goes. Excuse me. Wicked allergies. Running nose, coughing, I'm sorry. So, we did some yard stuff today, so I wasn't able to do anything on the car. My goal with the car, sorry, is to get it running so I can drive the car in a Memorial Day parade. Ambitious goal. So, I need to figure out what the problem with it is. Anthony says that it's a massive vacuum leak somewhere. So intellectually, I know that a vacuum leak has to occur somewhere. I'm calling it from above the intake valves to the top of the carburetor. I know there's crankcase stuff going on, but I think as far as the operational difficulties I'm having, it's between the valves and the top of the carburetor. So, I was going to do that today, but we had this spontaneous garden stuff to do, and, got to keep the wife happy. Excuse me. So, we did that stuff. So, tomorrow, the rest of today and tomorrow is going to be dedicated to that. I'm not entirely convinced that it's a vacuum thing, just because I tried the spots that Anthony thought it was, where the vacuum leak was, with carburetor cleaner with no change. It's probably timing or distributor or both, knowing me, both. And like that. So somebody's happy and just sitting out with Dad and listening to stuff. He's very smart. I haven't trained him, but he's very smart. You introduce a command and it doesn't take training and treats and all that crap. He just gets it. So he does the frisbee thing. Very lucky. He's just really big and really happy all the time. So when you're crabby, lying in bed and want to go sleep, he's like, "We're going out, right?" And he doesn't stop. It's okay. My cross to bear. You're my cross to bear. And your name is Bishop. Yes. You know what happens? You scratch him, and instead of calming down and just being chill or whatever, oops, sorry, he gets crazier. What's it going on? Oh, it's your eye thing that's going on. Yeah. It is healing. So, anyway. You want to say hi to YouTube? No? You're not very vocal. Okay. Go on. Go on. Go. Choom! He thinks he's going inside. He'll appear up there at the deck. Right? Oh, Daddy's wrong. Oh, no, there he is. He wants to go inside. Hang on. Silly dog. Alright. Dog is inside. So, that's the car thing. So, four years ago, back in my prepper phase, I was researching geodesic dome greenhouse. Excuse me, and I came across this guy that was building one, and he had a plan, a vision, and was executing it. I'm like, wow, all right. I like this. I like the way the guy thinks. He's doing an elaborate plan, but I followed him. And it was an aquaponics greenhouse, which is where you have, like, fish repository, and then the fishy, poopy water goes through plant beds and gets cleaned up, and the fish feed the plants, and the plants clean up the water for the fish, and it's this symbiotic thing and all that. I like that idea. Maybe you have fish that you can harvest, tilapia or something, and you have plants you can harvest, and it's this, independent food source prepper thing. And then kept watching him, and he was getting very elaborate and just, compared to what he was doing, my goal was half-assed. This guy just went and just kept going. I was like, following him, doing what he does, is like, want to make a glider, and he's like NASA. Yeah, we're going to Mars. We're going to... I'm like, all right, this isn't inspiring anymore. It's just totally humiliating and disturbing, and I can't watch anymore because he's like, I gotta fix a Hitsafram filter on the blah blah blah. It's like watching Star Trek, right? So I unsubscribed, and I got out of the prepper phase because the prepper thing was making me like, all right, we gotta prepare for something. And then my rational part is like, well, what? What's the priority? I don't know, but we gotta prepare. We have to be independent. And to make yourself independent and not vulnerable to anything that would happen is like impossible unless you've got like millions of dollars and you're willing to subject your kids to, we have to eat dirt and twigs because that's all that's going to be left. And I was like, you know what, this is causing more stress compared to the likelihood that something's going to happen. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. I stopped. Turns out, I hired that greenhouse guy's daughter. This guy. Web for Deb. He gave me a t-shirt. She gave me some lettuce and nasturtium flowers, which tastes like radishes. And, excuse me, I found this out a few days ago, and I'm still processing it. I am so weirded out. I've met YouTubers before. I haven't met this guy yet, but it's just like the world got small, and it wasn't me going out and finding the world. It's the world coming into me. It's just so weird. It's so weird, and I haven't processed it yet. I want to go see this guy's setup and all that stuff and drool, and I'm just so weirded out. I can't explain it. I don't know why. It's just weird. The world doesn't work the way I expected it to. So, anyway, I'm no slouch. Have to rebuild the waterfall and stuff, but it's just weird. I can't explain it. Anyway, Priority Nova. That's what I'm doing.